Hey guys, it's Brittany, and I wanted to talk through my pre-planning of my Plum paper planner. This is the 7x9 vertical priorities planner, and I ordered this planner mostly because of how customizable it is. So there are some things that I got done prior to it being shipped to my house. I ordered it that way, but there are some customizations that I want to make to the planner myself, and I thought I'd walk you through them before I do it. So there is a shiny page that goes over here, but the glare is bad. So I just got it customized on the front with my first initial last name. You can customize the shape of this, the color of this. You can customize the placement. You could have also gotten a quote line down here, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to commit to something. As ironic as that sounds, I just wasn't sure. So I ended up taking the quote off that I was going to put here, but it is what it is. So I am thinking that for my cover page, obviously I'll put in my name, but there's a huge blank space right here, and that's kind of just irksome to me. So there's some stickers and sticker books that we all know they're your favorite and you never want to use them because, or at least to me, I feel like I'm wasting them. So I'm going to try to put them here. Definitely I have two in mind already for right here. So that will happen. Then we come to the 2020 spread, and this is an academic calendar. So I have 2020 and 2021, but I really don't need to look at January through June when I get into this planner. So I'm thinking of covering this with cardstock. Don't know what the plan will be, but I'm going to cover this one up. And then I'm going to track my payday, my period, and my days off here. And the same thing for this side because that's what this planner goes through. On this page, I'm going to cover it also, and I think I'm just going to pre-plan for next year. And I know I could do that here, but what if an event comes for January randomly? I don't see that happening, but what if? So I'm going to cover this and just kind of make it my own pre-planning page for the following year. I'm not sure what I want to use these pages for, but it irks me that they're January through December and the planner is actually July to June. And so I could theoretically just fill out this page and then fill out that page, but I don't want to. So I may or may not redate it so that this is July, August, September. We'll see how ambitious I get. This page I also do not have a plan for, except I don't like that it says ideas, plans, and goals, so that's gotta go. And then this page, I don't love because there's no lines and there's no dots. It's just literally a white page. But I think I'm going to make it into a monthly accountability of did I write the budget? Did I don't know, let the washer go through on a self-cleaning cycle? Things like that. That's what I'm thinking I may do here. When we get to our monthly highlights, I'm going to write 3 goals here. I'm not sure if I love this birthdays and events labeled here. I'm probably going to try it out for a month, and if I don't like it, then go for it. Things to remember, I feel is kind of redundant. What are you remembering that's not a birthday or an event? I don't know. But I think I'm going to put some affirmations here just to kind of read them. When you open up the tabs to the month, it does come to this page instead of the monthly spread. So I think that if I open it to a page that has my goals and some affirmations to read, I think that could be really meaningful. I do want to track the books that I read, and I'll talk about that later too, but I think it'll be interesting to be able to go back and look at when I read certain books. So I'm going to try to track that here. And then I'm just going to use this page here as a brain dump. As far as the monthly spread is concerned, I'm going to use this sidebar for birthdays so that way it doesn't get junked up in here because they're not necessarily events. If we're going to a birthday dinner or something, I'll put it in here, but if it's just a day to remember to text them or send them a card, I'm just going to put it over here. And then I think I want to just use, there's not even a good example, but July, these 3 days are not here, so I want to cover it with a piece of washi or something. As far as the weekly spread is concerned, I think I said this already, but this is the vertical priority 7x9 that I chose, and I did not customize up here, but I did choose to customize home and school, and then this bottom bar is a gratitude box. Habit tracker is what they recommended, and I left it at that. Things I'm thinking about is that I want to definitely highlight the week of the month up here as I go through, and I need to think about what to do for gratitude on Saturday and Sunday because I wasn't really anticipating that. But I have decided that my little home bullets are going to be my AM routine, my PM routine, and just remembering to take the time out to be grateful for something. So that is there. And then I did make a list of what my school options could be. I'm a teacher, so it could be things like report card comments, send a positive note home, faculty meeting, planning, etc. So there actually is a page that I didn't posted on. There's at the end of each month you get a plain page too, but I have zero plans for that, so I'm just gonna let that be. I did customize my Plum paper planner to have a notes section at the end, and I wasn't sure exactly what I would use it for, but you know, I got time. I think I do want to use it for some of my school, you know, teaching things. So this page is empty. There's not, it's the same texture as all of the other planner, all of these other tabs, which are like a glossy cardstocky material, but this one has nothing on it. So I don't know if I'll decorate this with like teachery quotes, or I just don't know, but it feels so nice. But this I'm going to do as like my summer back to school planning page, because there's like a bunch of things that I got to do to get ready, you know. Then I'm going to do a quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4 page. And then I have like literally 12 empty 2-page spreads. So don't know about that. But we get to eventually the end of the notes section, and then everyone gets some dot pages at the end, which bothered me at first, to have lined next to dot. But I think the way that I can make this work is that I'm making this things that we want to do or replace or buy. Like, we really want to get a new stovetop. We would like to replace some other things in our home. So like fans, for example. Anyway, write that down and then have that right next to a savings tracker to kind of like motivate. That might be a way to make this work. On this page, I want to do a 2-page spread of the books that I read, and I know I'm tracking those already in the month, but I want to actually track the genres as well, and I think that'll be good to use with the dot pages. So I wrote down some options: young adult, nonfiction, realistic fiction, historical fiction, romance, suspense, and picture books, and then I wrote down how many dots of each, and I just think that'll be cool to look at it to see how much of each genre I'm reading. Why do I pick, like, do I gravitate towards one? I don't know, just interesting things, you know, to me at least. I'm not going to use this as passwords, which is hilarious, because over here I'm like, maybe I can use this for passwords, but I want to cover the top and make this kind of like a last time that I tracker, which is kind of similar to the monthly tracker. However, on this one, it's like, when was the last time I got an oil change? When was the last time that I don't know, I can't think of any other examples right now, but you know what I mean. So I'm thinking about, because they're already like lined here, and then I can just add lines vertically for the months. I think I'm going to use that for this for that. Anyway, and then I'm thinking, honestly, I was like, I can rip this page out. I don't need it, but I'm thinking about maybe using this for like password hints. I'm obviously not going to write my password out completely, because that is not advisable, but like the first letter and the last, you know, if I put a number with it or something, like I'll know what the password is if I do that. So I'm thinking about doing that. There's also like passwords for like my various school accounts that I don't always remember. So this actually, I was originally just going to rip it out, but I think I'm going to keep it. Speaking of ripping things out, I don't understand. I mean, I guess I understand. I just don't see a use for this page, the U.S. holidays and the 2022 calendar. So I was going to rip it out, but I think I'm going to actually use it as like my pen testing page, or like my mild liner, what color does this actually show up as page. So it is what it is. And then I just got my pocket and my little, what is this called? Page protector. And I got this for, you know, when you get flyers or you get paperwork that you need to hold on to, but you don't want to. I didn't know I was getting the folder, honestly. So if I had known that I was getting the folder, I may not have purchased this, but it is what it is. So those are my plans for my customizable upgrades to my Plum paper planner. I will probably do another flip through when it's set up pre-July, and talk to you then.